Okay, now let's take a look at your fair division project. Unlike your last project, this one doesn't actually have an example. But the good thing is it goes very slowly through the prompts, and I'm going to walk you through the first couple of them just to help you understand what it's asking for. So the situation is this, and it's called the Naster inheritance procedure or the method of sealed bids. A sealed bid would be an auction basically, except for you don't know what other people are bidding. So when you bid for the item, um, you're just having to say, hey, this is the max amount that I'm paying for it. And if someone bids above you, you lose it. But if you have the maximum bid, then you would get the item. That's the method of the sealed bids. So suppose that Anne, Beth, and Jay are heirs to their brother's estate. Their brother's estate, I guess he didn't have a lot, unfortunately, but he has a computer, a used car, and a stereo. Each heir has submitted their bids for the items in the estate as summarized in the following table. What this means is that Anne bid 1800 for the computer. Well, it must be a pretty nice computer. 2600 for the car. Not so nice car. $1,000 for the stereo. I don't know much about stereos. I guess $1,000 stereo is pretty good. Or it must be. It better be for $1,000. And then here's Beth's bids and here's Jay's bids. Looks like Beth, or no, it looks like Anne. She's got actually two of the highest bids. She's got the highest bid for the computer, also the highest bid for the car, but Jay's got the highest bid for the stereo. So that's just some observations that I'm putting together. And let's see. Okay, so let's start with just this first part. Probably the best thing to do here is going to be either print this worksheet out and write in the answers, or create or save this PDF and type your answers in, because as you can see, none of this is numbered. So if you want to number it, you can, but you're going to have to definitely still tell me what each represents. Like, for example, this first one, you'd have to say Anne's fair share is equal to blank, Beth's fair share, Jay's fair share, because that's what this is finding. Each person's fair share, add the individual bids, and divide by the number of people. So again, to find each person's fair share, add their bids, and then divide by the number of people. So we'd take Anne's bids, add them all up, divide by 3. Can be a little confusing because we have 3 people and 3 items for sale. But in this case, we're dividing by the number of people representing 3, not the number of items. So take these, add them up, divide by 3. That's Anne's share. Beth's, add them up, divide by 3. Jay, add them up, divide by 3. Then to find who received each item, look for who bid the highest for each item. Well, we just did that, didn't we? So you would see, write what Anne got the maximum bid for, write what Beth got the maximum bid for, add what Jay, or again, remember that some people may not receive any items at all. Now calculate the difference between each person's fair share and the value of the item that they received. So you would take whatever you got for this answer and then subtract whatever amounts there were for the items that they had the highest bid. If the difference is negative, they will pay this much to the bank. So put a negative sign if it's negative. Make sure you do that. Beth and Jay. And then it looks like for here, add any negative amounts from above. This is what the individuals are paying to the bank. Subtract positive amounts. This is what individuals will receive from the bank. So this is kind of next step is doing a summary of the negatives and the positives for the amount that's left in the bank once the payouts have been made. Let me see how far. Then if there is a positive amount left, divide it by the number of people so that each person will receive an equal portion of the remaining cash. And then additional amount each individual will receive, that's what you get when you put that here, when you calculate that. So to find the final settlement, so this is going to be everything we just talked about, who gets what items, and if they pay to the bank or they receive money from the bank. So make sure as you complete this project that you show all of your steps for each of all of this above, and make sure that your final answer is clearly marked. And let me know if you have any questions.